guys, we're going to be reading a news article here. And as you read, you might find a lot of terms that are very, very intimidating, and you might feel that you do not make head or tail of anything that's going on in here. What I'm going to request you to do is just be patient and hang in there, because we're definitely going to get to really realizing what this exactly is about. But until you do that, don't feel like this is something that is not under your belt, because it totally is, and we're going to make sure that it is under your belt. Okay, so let's get right to it. Now, this is a snippet taken from an article which is in the editorial section of Business Line, and the title of the article goes like NBFC regulation needs to be strengthened. And while we try and discuss this article, we will also take certain snippets from within this article to be able to get you to understand the context a lot better. Let's do it for you to be able to understand what I'm talking about. Now, follow as I read. NBFCs in India are shadow banking entities with light touch regulation from the RBI. What does this basically mean? First and foremost, what are NBFCs? NBFCs being non-banking financial companies. Don't focus too much on the full form just yet. Just know that this is something called shadow banks in our country. What is a shadow bank? Now, just as the name suggests, shadow bank is something which is similar to a bank, which basically follows on the footsteps of the bank but is not the bank itself. So, NBFCs being shadow banking entities are following in the footsteps of the bank but are not banks themselves. Now, how are they different from the banks? They're different from the banks. We will get this from the next line here. They're different from the banks in the sense that they have light touch regulation from the RBI. Now, banks, as we all know, are very heavily regulated by the RBI. RBI, being the central bank of our country, is very responsible for our economy not crashing. So naturally, they have to take care that the banks are not randomly lending the money that they have taken from deposits given to them by people all over, nor is the banks, misutilizing their liberty to be able to borrow money from the RBI and lending it humongously in the economy, because of course that's going to totally toss up the economy, which is why the RBI always maintains a close vigilance and makes very sure that the banks are adhering to every compliance that they have to. Otherwise, of course, there will be very strict action taken against these banks. On the other hand, NBFCs, they don't have that kind of regulation to begin with. They have very light touch regulation from the RBI, and they are, a lot more flexible when it comes to doing this sort of lending. So let's read on further. Shadow banks are a group of financial intermediaries facilitating creation of credit in the financial markets, but not subject to full suit regulatory surveillance. What is it that's being said here? They're repeating the same thing that we've understood, that shadow banks, of course the NBFCs, which are shadow banks, they're a group of financial intermediaries, which means they are the people who act as the middle person when it comes to lending money. How are they the middle person? They're the middle person because NBFCs, or the shadow banks, they go to the actual public or private banks, borrow money from them, and then they go ahead and re-lend it to people. Okay, so that's why they are called the financial intermediaries, facilitating creation of credit. Creation of credit means anytime when money is getting supplied into your economy or markets, that is called creation of credit. Okay, so they're creating credit in the financial markets, but they are not subject to full suit regulatory surveillance. Now, obviously, anytime money is getting lent, money is getting borrowed, that entire process is all going to be going down as creation of credit. When you create credit, when there's credit growth, there is basically a lot of demand for lending money and borrowing money and so on and so forth. So in all of these situations, Imagine that there is an entity that is going to do the same thing that the bank is doing, but doesn't have full suit regulatory surveillance, which means it doesn't have all the regulatory, looking upon by the RBI. It doesn't have all the strictness that the RBI is going to mete out to the other banks. Isn't that a very good situation to be in? Well, to think of it, maybe yes, but I'm sure you have a lot of questions right now.
Do you read newspapers? We didn't think so either. What if you had an expert from every field to explain ideas and topics from their domain in a matter that is so simple that even a 10-year-old can learn just as easily as any of you adult heads? Well, here's introducing Smarticles by Reading Right. Smart news articles explained by rigorously well-read field experts. After a careful selection, these articles have been made available to you in its original form from the only hand-picked worthy publications, while the explanations are inserted on it using an unmatched technology. So now, you can learn word meanings, understand a concept, or get detailed text and video explanations to any line in the article just by a simple tap right there. And we guarantee that you will never feel lost about any topic anymore, even if you don't read newspapers at all. Get ready to smart, only with Reading Right. Statutory warning. Not everyone can handle this level of smart, so log on to web.readingright.in or download the Reading Right app from Play Store or App Store at your own risk.